Today we're going to be getting started with how to work with your project in Movie Maker. So to begin with, I have all of my project files open, and my animation is Square Animation. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking all of 1 through 33 and I'm going to be putting this into Movie Maker. What I suggest is that you get about 15 slides done and then starting in Movie Maker. So you can take small chunks of your project and every 15 slides or so start putting it into Movie Maker so that you can start to see the progression, the movement, and if you need to make any changes or anything. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to be opening up Movie Maker. So it's here on mine. You might need to type in Movie Maker, so let's go ahead and get that loaded and we can take a look and see what it looks like. So this is what Movie Maker looks like, and the first thing you're going to do is go to Add Videos and Photos. When you add your videos and photos, what you're going to have here is a choice. You need to go into your H drive, and we'll see that all of my files are Alright, so here's what I have for my animation. I have Square, and you can see that it starts with all of these that go all the way down to 33. Now, what I need to do is I need to have all of these selected, and when I start selecting them, you can do it one at a time, or you should go ahead and start selecting them. You can draw a square around them. You can see that I keep picking up this one, so I'm going to show you a real quick trick of how to get exactly the pictures that you want and not any extra things. So what I'm going to be doing, instead of, well, I can go ahead and select all of these. There is one extra one up here. I'm going to hit the Control key, and I'm going to hit Control so that it also selects that. Now I'm going to go ahead and say Open. And on my project, I have all of these in here. Now what I'm going to do, let's go ahead and play this and see what it looks like. And the first thing you'll notice is that for an animation, the timing is all wrong. It kind of sets this up as an automatic, I believe about 7 seconds long for each slide. That is way too long. So what we're going to need to do is to pause that. And let's go to your Edit tab. And for the Edit tab, you'll see that the duration is 7 seconds. That's way too long. The shortest that it gives you is 1 second, and that's still going to be too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this much, much shorter. I can take it down to, let's start out with 0.25. When I enter that, what's going to happen is, let's go ahead and make this 0.25 also. Now what I've done is I have adjusted the timing for just these two. So let's go ahead and play that and let's see what it looks like. You can see how much faster it moved through here. Once again, you can play this. It went much faster, but then it goes back to slowing down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, and you can select all of these. And when I go ahead and select all of these, you can hit your Control button and you can go through and do that once again. So you can select all of these with the Control button, or you can go back to your Home tab and you can select all. So that's an easier shortcut for you. Now I'm going to go back to the Edit, and if your 0.25 is what you're wanting here, go ahead and hit that, and it's going to apply that to all of them. Now let's see what this looks like once I've applied it to all of them. You can tell that my animation is moving much faster at this time. He just winked. Now he's doing a little bit of movement. Mine's very simple. Okay. Now let's go ahead. If I wanted to make all of these go faster, I could try that. Or if you wanted to kind of slow down where maybe he winks at this one, I wanted to make the winking part just a little longer, so I can kind of choose if I want to emphasize something or like pause on something to give it more effect. Next, what I'm going to do is I also need to go in, and you're needing to make titles and credits. So at the beginning here, I'm going to go ahead and type in my title of my project. Along with your title, you also need to be, oh, you know what, let's go ahead and go back home. In your credits, somewhere either in your titles or in your credits, you do need to give the name of your inspirational artist and also the title of the piece of artwork that you are using in your project. So make sure and give credit where credit is due. So once again, that's either in the title, make mention of your artist, and the piece of artwork, or in the credits. Either one would be appropriate. When you are finished, please go ahead and make sure that you save your movie. And when you save your movie, put it into the correct folder. That's the wrong folder. You need to make sure that it goes back into your H drive in the animation folder. You are going to be saving these and sharing these a little bit later, and I'll show you the next couple of steps with how to share that in the next few days whenever you are getting this finished.